Good morning, everyone. In a landmark decision that has garnered significant attention nationwide, the Supreme Court of Japan has ruled that the former eugenic protection law was unconstitutional. This judgment marks the first time the highest court has deemed this law in violation of the Japanese constitution. The ruling includes a directive for the government to compensate those who were forced to undergo sterilization surgeries due to disabilities or other conditions under the now defunct law. The Supreme Court's Grand Bench reviewed 5 lawsuits filed in various cities, including Sendai and Tokyo. The plaintiffs were individuals who had been coerced into the sterilization surgeries under the former eugenic protection law. Chief Justice Saburo Tokura stated that the law's legislative intent, even considering the societal context of the time, was unjustifiable. He emphasized that the law sought significant sacrifices such as the loss of reproductive capability, violating the principles of human dignity and personal respect as enshrined in Article 13 of the Constitution. The court also found that the discriminatory treatment of disabled individuals under this law violated Article 14, which guarantees equality under the law. Acknowledging the prolonged discrimination and significant sacrifices imposed on disabled individuals, the court concluded that the government bears substantial responsibility. As a result, the court ordered compensation in 4 of 5 cases. The remaining cases from Miyagi Prefecture was remanded to the Sendai High Court for reconsideration of the compensation amount. The decision is notable for rejecting the application of the state statute of limitation, which typically bars compensation claims after 20 years from the wrongful act. The court held that denying compensation on this basis would be a severe miscarriage of justice. This ruling, unanimously supported by all 15 justices, marks the 13th instance post-World War II where the Supreme Court has declared a legal provision unconstitutional. The former eugenic protection law, in effect for 48 years until 1996, permitted sterilization surgery based on mental or intellectual disabilities, affecting approximately 25,000 individuals. This judgment is expected to prompt comprehensive discussions on compensating victims and addressing the government's accountability for implementing such laws. The ruling has been met with relief and joy by the plaintiffs and their supporters. For instance, an 81-year-old Tokyo plaintiff expressed his gratitude and hoped for a complete resolution for all affected. Similarly, an elderly couple from Osaka, both with hearing impairments, emphasized the importance of society where disabled and non-disabled people can equally raise children. Prime Minister Fumio Kishida acknowledged the ruling, expressing profound regret and extending a heartfelt apology for the severe physical and mental suffering endured by many individuals under the old law. The government has been instructed to swiftly arrange meetings with the plaintiffs to discuss further steps for compensation and to ensure such human rights violations do not recur. The historic Supreme Court decision not only affirms the unconstitutionality of the former eugenic protection law, but also sets a significant precedent for protecting the rights and dignity of disabled individuals in Japan. The ruling is expected to broaden the scope of relief for victims and reinforce the principles of equality and justice in the nation's legal system. Thank you for listening.